Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today I'm going to be doing a VR to StarSeed Tarot. This is about the top 6 lovers cards, as in my ultimate favorite lovers cards, because 2022 is number 6 in numerology, so it's the lovers year. So she started off this hashtag and I thought it was a very interesting one, so I'm doing my VR to it. So the first thing I want to say is that they are not in a particular order. Okay, I couldn't tell you which one is my favorite because it depends on what type of reading I'm doing. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one. This is the Journey of the Sacred Bee tarot deck, which I really love. And this is the back of a card, and this is what the lovers cards look like. Now I will say this, as a reader, to me the lovers card is about big decisions in your life that will have a major impact, you know, a more permanent type of energy. I do not read the lovers as a relationship is coming your way. I always read the lovers in a traditional Tarot de Marseille way, which is a very big decision, and also with an emphasis on the duality of the card, you know. So for instance, in this card, the reason why I love it so much was firstly I love the colors. I also love the vintage photography style, and as far as the message goes, what I love about it is that it shows you the duality of it. So you're in love, but you're going to come up to problems. You can see this one's not very happy. And do you choose to stay, make compromises, and, you know, work for it, or do you choose to leave? Either way, this is going to have a big impact on your life. So I really like how this is depicted here. You know, the choice here. Should I stay? Should I go? Kind of energy. So that's my first one. And oh, I didn't tell you who made this deck. Sorry about that. The name's not even on the box. I never noticed that. How interesting. Kelly Burton is the person who made this deck. So there you have it. That was from the Sacred Bee. That's my first one. My second one comes from the Tarot del Toro. Now, Guillermo del Toro is a filmmaker, and his mom was a Tarot de Marseille reader, so he's basically done a tarot deck, which I love. And this is the back of the card, and this is the front. Now, the imagery that's being used on his major arcana in the deck is all to do with his films, and this is from the film called The Shape of Water. If you've not seen it, this girl here, she's a mute and she's a cleaner, and she works for the government. She cleans some kind of specific super secret location where this aquatic creature is being kept, and they develop a really deep bond. They you know, they kind of fall in love. And I'm not going to tell you what happens, because if you want to see it, that'd be kind of a spoiler alert, really. But it's a beautiful story. I highly recommend the film, as an aside. And you can see he lives in water, and obviously she's a human. So again, this is that duality. They're not from the same world, yet they're capable of falling in love with each other, and she is in the water with him. So it's making the decision, you know, do I turn my back on this, or do I make some kind of a sacrifice in order to be able to, you know, be in this relationship, or whatever it is that your decision is based upon. I can't tell you more because otherwise I'm spoiling the film. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. And if not, you can just Google the end of the film. You'll know what this is about. But I really think that this card encompasses the essence of the choice, the decision that has to be made, that's going to have such a huge impact on your life. So I love this card. I also like the art, but that's, you know. Alright. So my third choice is from Tarot of the Divine, and I made a review of this deck. I love this deck. It's all about folklore, lore. She says inspired by deities, folklore and fairy tale from around the world. So that's the back of the card. They have a linen finish, and the card is the tale of Beauty and the Beast for the lovers. Now, firstly, I really like the color contrasts, and again, it's that duality. The beast represents fire, passion, and she represents water, emotion, and it's that decision, you know. In the original Beauty and the Beast, European version anyway, it's about, do I go back to my family or do I stay with the beast because I've developed a bond with him? So it's that decision to be made. It also, in this card, I really get the message of the importance of communication, because they come from two different types of environment and yet they're fully capable of coexisting happily together. So there's also that you know, idea of communicating with people when you make a decision. So again, opposites attracts, and the impact on your life. You know, living with the beast is a completely different set of circumstances, and it is going back to living with her family, for instance. So I really like this, and I just think it's exquisitely drawn as well. It's a very pretty card, but I love the symbolism about it. So that was my third card. Now again, different style. My cards are very eclectic in styles. Depends on my mood. It comes from the Murder of Crows Tarot. I'm sure you've heard of that deck. That's the back of the card, very glossy, all black and white. And this is the card. So let me try and show it to you without too much glare. So you've got the big ominous crow here, and then you've got the tree of life in the middle and the lovers. And why I like this one is, although you don't see duality as much as you did in the other cards that chose, this one really, to me, embodies the effect and impact your decision is gonna have, the choice you're gonna make, you know, what it's gonna have on your life. Because should I eat from the tree of knowledge or shouldn't I? It's a big question, and whatever you choose to do, there's going to be consequences. And again, this is a to me, it just embodies the size of that decision. It's not just should I eat pasta or pizza, if you see what I mean. This really shows you the importance of the choices and the decisions that you're about to make. So I really think that this card encompasses this really nicely. Put it away. There you go. Okay. Now, here, number 5 comes from Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. There's the back of the card, and obviously this is an Alice in Wonderland themed deck. And there's the card for the lovers. I hope you can see it. So you got the page in the middle, and you've got the Queen of Hearts on the left and Alice on the right. Now, the Queen of Hearts, she represents fire, passion, lack of understanding. You know, she's a fiery person. She's shouting off with their heads, basically. She's not going to think twice. She just follows any urges that she has. And then you have Alice there with a hand, you see, off with their heads is what they're saying, that her hand going, whoa, slow down, calm down. And she represents the more, well, she represents mercy and leniency, but a more peaceful way of going about things. You know, she's calmer. Even the coloring schemes, you can see red, passion, fire, and Alice is in blue, which is water, emotions, calm. So that's the, when I get this card, I get the idea of obviously a decision to be made, but I also really get the message of, okay, I have two ways of handling this situation. I can go fire, or I can go calmer approach, showing sympathy, self-restraint, a more temperate way of dealing with things. That's the message I get when I read specifically this Lover's card. It gives me not only the idea of having to make a choice and a decision, but also two different ways of tackling a situation, which I think is really interesting. And I like the fact that the page is stuck in the middle, wondering what's going to happen, because this is how we may be feeling when we're having to make that choice or that decision. So I thought that was a very, very good way of representing the essence of this card. So let me put it away. It comes with a big book, as you can see. Let me just put it back here. There we go. And then we are at my last one, which is from the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. So Book of the Dead. This is the back of the card, and this is the card itself. Now I'm going to show you up close what this looks like and explain to you why I think this is a very good interpretation of the idea. I like this one because it's very interesting. Again, you've got the duality, so you've got passion in red and the blue, the water emotions, so the fire and the water, which I like. But beyond this, in this card you have the key of knowledge, and this is gonna tell you where to go, what to do. It's gonna open your heart. And so I get the idea from this card when I look at it that the decision that you're going to make needs to come from your heart, not from your head. And what I mean by that, by heart, I don't mean, just follow your emotions. No. What I mean is, the Hermit card, which is the self-discovery, going within, finding out who you are, that kind of thing. Well, when you know who you are, you can make decisions from your heart and be sure that this is the right thing for you, because you know what you want in your life. And so this is, the key is it matches your heart, so choose from your heart. Not from passion, not from facts, but from your heart. I really love the symbolism of this card, of making the choice and the decision coming from the heart place. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have time-stamped it at the bottom, so if you want to see them again, just, specific ones, you can just click on it. And yeah, thank you so much, StarSeed Tarot, for doing this. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking at all my decks and trying to find the right ones. So thank you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.